Today on the bench, we have an LTD Deluxe Phoenix-1000. Pretty cool guitar. And it's going to be set up with C standard tuning. And got some Mammoth Slinkies 12 to 62. Wow. It's got a volute on it, locking tuners. It's a pretty sweet guitar. Just want to see where this neck is. So this LTD has a 25.5-inch scale. So we're just gonna get this neck nice and straight. This guitar has a straight neck. It is glorious. Man. If it was my guitar, I would make the action so low. It'd be so low, but this guitar's getting some heavy strings. Could it be, you know, I would assume some heavy downstrokes. So it can't be too low. We don't want it buzzing. But man, what a straight neck. And I do like the jumbo frets. So let's get her taped up. Okay, we've been looking for tall frets and haven't really found any yet, which is awesome. Gotta be one slightly tall fret. Wow. Oh, finally, the tiniest bit. It's been a long time since I worked on a neck this good. It's like the tiniest bit on this fret. Wow, that's impressive. I don't really know the price of this guitar. I know it's Korean. Oh, this one's a bit tall too. The tiniest bit. I'm talking thousandths of an inch. Just nothing almost. Right about here, huh? Okay, I'll keep on rocking here. Hopefully we won't be rocking. Impressive. That's impressive. Yep, got a little bit of one there. Okay, so here's the high frets. Nothing down there, nothing at all. Then we got some up here. Now, it's barely rocking. I mean, this is the slightest, you know, the slightest bit. In fact, let's get a feeler gauge underneath it to give you an idea just how, you know, tall these frets really are. It's so minute, this isn't going to fit. There's no way. Okay, we'll try this one. And here's the tall fret. So I'll let it rock back to sit on these two. See if this is the smallest one I got, 2007 inch. is just perfect. Okay, right there. Oh. 2007 inch. So it's that, I don't know if you could see that very well, but this is how tall the fret is. Like, it's, instead of being even with the rest, this is all the only difference. So this really is nothing. This is really pretty good. So I'm going to go over these high marks with 800. That's it. 800. So it's almost nothing we're taking off. So small. That's it there. Yeah, got this longer one here. All right, that's all done. It took a while because I was using 800. So now we're going to lightly dress these frets. I'm going to start with 1000. Now for all you mother lovers. Look at them, they're already shiny. I haven't even done it yet. That's what you get when you go with 3000. 3000. I mean, they came in pretty shining, boy. The factory did a pretty good job. Some shiny old frets. I'm going to have to mark where I leave off so I know. Just look at the light shining off those beautiful frets. Woo! Doggy. There's no shine like mother's. This stuff works good, especially once you've gone up to 3000. They were shiny before I even polished them. Sweet. Now, I did a little research about conditioning the fretboard, and I'm not going to touch it. It's Madagascar ebony. And they said something about linseed oil and not to use lemon oil. And I always use lemon oil on rosewood. And, you know, the other Paul Farrow and, what is this, Laurel? Something, Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. No, something Laurel. I like that wood. So, you know what? This is like a brand new guitar. I'm not going to put anything on it. I'd hate to put the wrong thing on it. So I'm going to pass over that step and we're going to start putting the strings on. I think there's a loose nut over here. Yeah, there's a loose nut. Maybe more than one from the looks of that turning. So we'll get those tight and I'll start stringing it up and then we're going to cut the nut. Man, those look good, don't they? I got this on the bench. Some of the specs, it has a mahogany body, a 3-piece maple neck with a volute. I love the volute. got a thin U-neck. It's got a 13.7-inch radius, Madagascar ebony on the fretboard, which is cool. 22 extra jumbo stainless steel frets. Oh, so that's why it took a little while to... Oh, okay, stainless steel. I didn't even notice that. Man, they sure are smooth. I'm glad I started with like what? I did the high frets with 800. That's beautiful. I didn't find them really hard to work with. Anyway, what else we got here? Big ESP Perloid flags. It's a 25.5-inch scale, so maybe this guitar is for detuning and stuff. It's got locking tuners, and it's got Tone Pros, Tune-O-Matic and that, and it's got cool pickups. It's got a Fat Cat, Seymour Duncan, and it's got a Duncan Custom, which can split. I mean, that's about as good as it gets, right? Oh, what else we got? Came with 1046s. And I did tune it down to the C that it's going to be in with the 1046s, and they seem to work all right. It wasn't too flappy, but these babies, look at these. 62. Holy crap. It's got a wound third. Wow. I haven't seen one of those since the 60s. Anyway, let's get to it. Every nut was loose. Wow. 62. That thing's huge. This string is so big. It took me a little while to get it in. It's like so fat. But I mean, it's going in okay now, but I didn't think it would fit. That's all I can say in a British accent is that's girth. True girth. I'm not seeing any nut files in that size. But no problem. I've got some other files. I just can't get over a 62. That is wild. So let's put the micrometer on this big old E string. I got this cool file. It's like round on the edges and flat. It looks like it might be about the right size. Oh, that should work fine for the E string. Cool. Wow. Give these guys some it's like playing a bass guitar almost. At least that E string. I had to make sure I had the right amount of flats. Okay, give her a tune. Wow. Wow. Let's try it with no distortion. Wow, that's really not my thing. Well, the action is super high, and so I'm gonna, before I start finishing off the nut, I'm gonna get the action set and get the truss rod set. I always like to leave the nut for last. You want to get everything set at the right, level before you cut the nut. And then when everything's done, then I go for the intonation. some heavy stuff there. Can't really adjust the action until I loosen the two little Allens. This is like one of the hardest bone nuts ever. I think it's made more for is deep. The intonation, I had to do the B and the G, but the rest were there. I figured I might as well check the intonation now that the strings are super heavy. At least this one. But that's about where I got the nut cut. I think they're cut at 11 thousandths. This the E might be 12, but it's I'm pretty sure you're going to be hammering on this guitar a bit, so don't want that too low. Tubo lube, so I'm laying some graphite in the nut slots right now. Well, it's all done. How about some cake, metal style? A whole different world I'm not used to. This guy's loose. I should about wrap it up. Here's what the action looks like. And that's a big E string, wow. She's all done. She is ready to shake the core of the earth. Anyway, thank you for coming by, everybody. I'd love it if you subscribe. That would be really cool. And we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.